Paralympian Blake LEEPER and filmmaker Stephen BARBER. Hello to both of you. I'm so glad you're joining us to tell us about Oscar. I know you're shocked by this. I want to start with you, Blake. You competed against Oscar, and last year you tied his world record in the 100. Did you become friends as well as competitors? You said that he made you feel like you could really achieve anything.
Yeah, I mean, I met Oscar 3 years ago, and I've been competing alongside him throughout the years. And he's almost been like a mentor to me, a big brother. We both had the same birth defect, missing both of our legs, and it's almost like a camaraderie. It gave me insight on so much stuff. And so when I hear him in this capacity, really, I was in shock.
Blake, did you ever get to meet his girlfriend at any of the events, and did he ever really divulge any information about his personal life to you?
I never was able to talk to him about his girlfriend. I remember him mentioning her briefly back in September in London, but that's about it. He never went into much detail about her or their relationship or anything like that.
Stephen, you interviewed Pistorius for your documentary on the 2012 Paralympics. You know Oscar, you know what he's made of, the challenges he went through. Did you ever see a different side of him, maybe a short temper?
No, you know, I first met him in Beijing in 2008. And he's the nicest, the most affable guy. We're shooting a movie called The Invincibles. We started it 5 years ago. And, he spent 3 to 4 to 5 hours with every single journalist. I can't remember meeting anybody nicer or kinder, which is why this is just so bizarre when we first heard about it 2 or 3 days ago. So, yeah, honestly, the nicest guy I've ever met.
Yeah, we keep hearing that, Stephen. How did you feel when you first heard the news?
It's become surreal. I'm thinking it's a hoax. It doesn't make sense. I mean, how this guy could fall from grace so quickly after, rising so fast. It's bizarre. I've been really fortunate to hang out and meet and spend time with Blake LEEPER, who's the American Blade Runner. And I just know that he was his mentor, and that Blake is going to, carry this torch and this legacy that Oscar has started, because, Blake is now going to be the very first American to run in the Olympic Games. So it's really exciting for Blake. We just wish that light had been able to shine on him in a different way.
Yeah, Blake, you are so accomplished as well. Blake, if you could talk to Oscar, what would you say to him during this time?
I would just say that I'm praying for him, for not only him, but both families, that we all face hard times, and try to keep his head up, and that God has a plan for all of us, and that just as long as he keeps his head up, and that I'm still praying for both sides, and to stay fighting,
Stephen, Oscar is saying that he thought there was an intruder in the home. New information is still coming in. Of course, this is the beginning of the investigation. Do you believe what he's saying when you first heard it?
The only people that know what happened in that house that night is Oscar and the deceased. So I'm going to let the court system take care of all that. I'm not up for conjecture. I'm a documentary filmmaker. Mm-hmm. I've just been documenting. I'm kind of the go-to guy for the United States Paralympic team and the Paralympics in general. And I just want people to know that we have 225 members of our Paralympic team, and worldwide there are hundreds and thousands of Paralympians. Oscar was, the leader of this movement, and he's been taken out of the race right now. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to let the courts decide. I have absolutely no opinion on that matter.
And Blake, as a competitor, you know how hard it is to train. Did you ever see a different side of Oscar? Did you ever see him lose his temper?
I mean, honestly, no, I've never have. I mean, I've been around Oscar a lot. I've seen him at his highest, and I've seen him at his lowest. I mean, when he won the best race, and he's lost so many, one is the 200-meter race. So just seeing him, and I seen where he was frustrated. I can see he was a little angry, but nothing to that extent. To see him in this type of capacity, I would never would have ever imagined.
Yeah, I don't think anyone could have predicted this. Blake LEEPER, Stephen BARBER, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good morning.
Thank you.
And for more on Oscar Pistorius and the case, be sure to log on to CNN.com.